All right, and here we are for a glorious Husky huddle, the big win this weekend. And with me, as always, he is coaching in the playoffs now. Coach Schumann, he's finding new ways to succeed every day. We got Chris D in the house watching.
He's already there, Christy?
Oh, he's all right. Chris D is always there. We'll never. He's going to be like DB Cooper. We're never going to know his identity, and he's always around. And then obviously
At
the
least we have
icon.
Buff fan.
We have the icon himself, the legendary voice of the Huskies, the best of the best, Mr. Joe D'Ambrosia. Joe,
what's up, boys? Shu, what are you coaching? What age group are these paratroopers?
10 years old.
he calls them paratroopers.
I've worked my way down from high school to 10U, my son's team.
It's probably a lot less pressure.
Well, no, I would say more.
I don't know. High expectations. High expectations.
The parents.
And it's I live in one of those towns that is a lot of big traditional New Jersey powerhouse football. So even it trickles down to the youth level. And two of the best teams in our whole league, which covers like Central Jersey all the way down the shore, two of the best teams are right in the same town. So it's fun. It's fun because we all know each other. We're friends, but it's funny that it comes down to that when you're in a big area. But
so I don't know if you got a chance to watch the game. We pretty much dominated, but we took a nice lead in the halftime, 27-3, and then came out in the third quarter, which I thought was good. We got a stop. We scored 17 points in the third quarter, and I believe we had multiple turnovers as well, which was good to see because that was the one area where we had struggled. So yeah, we had 3 interceptions, which was huge. And I don't know if they fumbled or not, but the turnover battle, it was good to see because all year we have not forced turnovers. And I liked that we got some of the other receivers involved. We showed that we have some real depth at that position. And, running back especially, Cam did his thing, but the other guys got involved as well, MJ and Oliver. But, I wish Rosa did a little bit more, but he didn't necessarily have to. Joe, what were your thoughts on the game overall?
Men against boys. Clearly.
Yeah, it really was.
I tried, and you guys kind of followed suit to build up this team as, they have a quarterback and they got a returner, and they had nothing. They had nothing. You don't know how much of their soul was taken away when the kid got seriously injured on the opening kickoff, and they had to and stretch him off, and we hope he's okay. But that didn't result in getting beat 51-10. It was just UConn did what we wanted to see him do. They stepped on their throat and didn't let up. So 7 different kids carried the ball. 4 different kids threw the ball. He had a bunch of different targets. He had 3, 6, 9, 11 kids caught. They targeted your boy Vereen as much as they targeted Bell 7 times apiece. He only came up with 3 of them.
Right.
So I guess what you take out of a game like this is you went out and performed in a workmanlike fashion against the team you knew was better. They turned it over 5 times.
Exactly.
So you should be able to win a game where the opposition turns it over 5 times. They got the kid from Killingly a couple of carries in honor of his mom. It was Breast Cancer Awareness Day.
Mm-hmm.
And Soren Reef carried twice. I wish they'd done it a little bit earlier. I don't think calling timeout with 14 seconds to go in a 51-10 game.
Was necessary.
Yeah, you could have done it earlier, right? I mean, but that's nitpicking.
Yeah.
Overall, just they won. They won a game they should have won. Now they've won 3 in a row going to the bye. And look, the rest of the schedule not that great, other than Duke. I mean, BC's terrible.
Yeah, BC's rough.
Air Force is 1-4.
Yep.
Rice is 3-3. UAB is 2-3. FAU is 2-3. The only team that they'll probably be an underdog to, even though it's at home, is Duke.
Duke,
But,
right.
as far as the past game was concerned, you got a lot of kids involved, and you won by 125 points. So all's good.
Yeah, I was happy with the pass game because they got so many receivers involved. We got to see Romello Murphy. I mean, John Nider. He makes plays. He makes such clutch catches. I have so much respect for him. But it was also good to see Chris Parker finally make a little bit of an impact. Shamar Porter. I mean, those guys were all key transfers that they brought in that have not done a ton. And obviously, Skyler did his thing. Rosa was great in the passing game. He only had a couple catches, but a big touchdown run. I wish they used him more in the running game. But, the balance I liked, Dave. They had 24 passes or 34 passes overall and 33 runs. And I think that's important to have that kind of balance.
Well, I think Fagano lit it up. He was on fire.
He was.
The other team had 0 defensive backs. We had guys wide open all over the place. This is a game that
the Buffalo should have been, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's no doubt it should have been like that. FIU is definitely a struggling program as a whole.
Right.
They have some athletes, but they just don't have they have a 0 defensive line and O-line. I mean, it was atrocious. So you don't even really probably even get to see what kind of athletes that because they have very little from that standpoint. And the game's always won there, no matter what you want to say happened. That's where the majority of the game is won. And we were clearly better from that aspect, especially on the offensive line, than they were. And we manhandled them physically. And I think that's the biggest thing that was different. The defense, I guess, played good, but it wasn't like this team was very it
was like playing a JV team.
Below average, so they were very below average on the offensive line. Easily attackable. They missed a million blocks when the stuff that I pulled up. And I mean, those are games that we have to win big. Central Connecticut would probably give FIU a run for its money. So that's what they look like. It doesn't mean that maybe they had an off game, maybe that early injury had some effect, but they were just once it went downhill, they packed it in. FIU packed it in. Yeah,
I mean they're a Conference USA team, and we came out.
Conference USA.
Yeah. I was surprised to hear that too. I didn't know they were Conference USA either. But I felt finally, even though it was lesser competition, we played to our full capability. Like we kind of showed what we're capable of doing when we're at our best. Joe is at his best, 355 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. We ran the ball well. Cam only had 12 carries, which is good to protect him because he got hurt last week. The freshman, Oliver Lundberg Coleman, I thought he did a nice job. And it was good to see all around because it was needed. It was needed after, Ball State and Buffalo. This was the type of offensive explosion that I expected. I mean, MJ Flowers was in. I'm a big MJ Flowers fan. I think he can contribute a lot, and we haven't used him enough. I'd love to see more of him going forward. You know, he only
let me ask you this: if you give him more carries, are you taking carries away from Edwards?
No, I would take them away from Coleman.
Yeah, Coleman doesn't carry the ball much.
But he had been going in before Flowers, and I mean he played more than Flowers. He played in just about every game. Flowers didn't get. I don't think he played against Delaware. Or he had one carry against Delaware. He hasn't done much against Ball State. The reason I like him is in short yardage situations. He's a bigger physical back that can get downhill and get you those tough yards. That's where I think he fits.
Steve, Flowers had 12 carries. Coleman's had 15. That's not that big of a difference.
Oh, you're saying overall in the season?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I know he had 4 this game, but he
Now
got
Flowers must have been hurt because he's only played 3 games.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I hadn't seen him a lot. Maybe he was hurt, and if that's the case, then I feel better about it because if he's healthy and he's back and he's in the rotation, and the good part is BC, we have a chance to get Mel Brown back. And I think having Mel Brown at full strength obviously is going to aid the running game. I think Victor Rosa is underrated. I was not a big fan of his last year, but he is a very
he never got
talented.
A chance last. He never got a chance last.
No, he didn't.
They put him on a milk carton last year.
Exactly. And he was the leading rusher the year before. And I am thoroughly impressed with him. He is great out of the backfield, Joe, like you said, as a receiver. He's great in the backfield picking up blitzes. He seems to have a good head on his shoulders. And I mean, they have so much depth. It's incredible. It was even good to see the freshman quarterback play, Dave. Kassan Farrar. He was the Virginia State Player of the Year. I mean, he didn't do a lot. He had 1 pass attempt, but he had two carries for 21 yards. I'm sorry, 17 yards. But that's the element that I think planning for next year with him and Evers will make us dangerous offensively.
Can I stop you for a minute? Because you're doing something, and this is not directed purely at you. Okay? So please don't take this personally. We are halfway through this year. Can we not worry about next year yet? Can we get through this year, get to a bowl game, and then when they put the footballs away, worry about next year? I hate that. They do it in basketball. They do it online for basketball. Oh, who's going to be our starters next year? And they're 2 games into the Big East season. I don't give a rat's ass about next year, okay? We don't know if we're going to be here next year or not. Play out this year. Don't worry about next year. Seriously, it's not meant at you. That's just
you're right.
That's just a personal rant. Let's get through this season.
You're right. You're right. There's plenty to get through this season.
There's no plenty to unpack. Not worry about if Evers or this freshman kid is going to be the quarterback next year. That's always bugged me, and I had to get that off my chest. So continue.
Yeah, no, it's necessary.
Again, it's not meant personally to you. Please don't.
No. It's how you should look at things, because people always do jump ahead.
For now,
there's no reason to.
For now.
There's no tomorrow. Absolutely. Dave, defensively, I really thought Parnham, the transfer from Penn State, I thought he played well, which was good to see because he had kind of struggled a little bit. The other linebacker that I just haven't seen a ton of, Taekwon King, he was coming in as Temple's leading tackler. He started for us. He just hasn't done a ton, but I really like Parnham. The defensive line, I like Matt Hoffman. Matt Hoffman is physical and a presence inside that makes a difference. Ben Smiley, he was all over the place. He had a couple hits on the quarterback, but that was the difference. I thought, like you said, up front, we showed a lot compared to what FIU had. And I thought that was important to see, getting some sacks, getting some turnovers. The defense needed a win like this. Don't you agree?
Yes, absolutely. Parham had 2 fumble recoveries, forced fumble, right? And Renwick had an interception and a sack, and those are linebackers, right? That really need to make
Parham had a sack too, which I liked. I mean, he's one of the leading sack leaders. Yeah. He's all over the
place. Cam Chadwick came up and made some tackles, so from the corner spot, which was
they were aggressive. They were much more aggressive because I once I saw the first drive or so, that quarterback really struggled in the passing game, and it looked like he had happy feet. It looked like he was watching the rush a little bit more than he was trying to look downfield, and he's short. So, I mean, I can understand that, but I think we rattled him. We got after him a few times, and that changed the entire dynamic offensively, or offensively for them, defensively for us, because he could not throw.
You know what?
He ended up getting benched.
You know what else I think is a good thing? The running, letting Fagano run a little bit. And I think that keeps him honest.
Huge.
I think that's a big deal, because especially with the play that they like to run, that stretch play, Fagano being able to run a little bit is a good deal. This game gave guys an opportunity, other guys a chance to get the ball, which was good. Murphy getting a touchdown. Obviously, Skylar had 2. Rosa had 1. Yeah. That part was good. I don't see. I think they're using Juice Vereen. A lot more than in the pass game than the other 2 guys,
than Louis and Alex. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but that seems to be what they're doing. Obviously they're using more of the tight ends this week. They in the run game, which was good. So I mean, I think all of that was good stuff. Having said that, this team that they played is not good. So amazingly, FIU has 2 games won, but it shows you how in Division I, really make your schedule how you want it to be for the most part, which is interesting outside of the Big Ten, SEC, and they're all
mandated now to play the 9 games, the 9 conference games.
Right.
So it's gonna be tough to schedule Power 4 conference teams,
right?
Because it's gonna be so limited. But Joe,
we don't schedule that many Power 4 teams anyways.
We don't. No, we don't.
We have 3 on the schedule.
No, we don't. We're lucky to get any.
Well, I don't think that we're trying to schedule.
Yes, exactly.
We're very selective.
We're not trying to call up Clemson and get a game. We're calling up Duke. We're calling up BC. We're calling up Air Force. Syracuse, right?
And I won't say it.
I liked when we played back when you were. I think it was when you were playing, or maybe slightly after, when we had that Notre Dame that brought some juice to the whole thing. Of course, we were probably in the Big East at that time period.
We were, yes.
2009, yep.
It was 2009. We won in overtime. Andre Dixon, yes.
So 100%. We had a lot more bigger names on the schedule, which was cool. But I mean, that's not the case anymore. But we do need to. I don't know. Down the line, I think that might be, part of the upgrading process. Like maybe we upgrade to a Arkansas or something. We don't have to dip in. We don't want to dip to Alabama, but per se. But although if Gus Malzahn then ends up taking over Arkansas, or Petrino takes over Arkansas, whoever it is, one of those two, then you may not want to play those guys. But
Joe, what was the story about the running back you mentioned that got carries at the end of the game?
The Reef kid was a tremendous high school player.
Okay.
At Killingly.
Which
is one of the
wow.
best, which is one of the best programs in the state.
Yes.
In fact, maybe the best program this year. He and his family had always been Uconn fans. They had season tickets. His mom passed away last November of cancer. So he contacted Uconn. He wanted to go as a walk-on. They brought him in. He's a hard worker. In high school, he was a bull running. He was like Scattaboo, without putting the ball on the ground with nobody touching him. And then because it was the cancer awareness game, Coach Moore stuck him in for 2 carries at the end of the game.
Right.
So he'd have stats to his name as of playing for UConn. It's a very nice gesture. I give Coach Moore all the credit in the world for that.
Has he been on is this his first year? Or has he been on the team? Okay.
I think it's his first year. I'm pretty sure it's his first year. So.
Okay. No, that is a great story. That really was.
It's a terrific story. So.
I was trying to see the participation if Burton's kid played. I didn't see him for sure, but I did see the other. I mean, you're right about Hansen. They threw to Hunnig once. He had 1 catch. I don't know if Hansen got anything thrown to him.
Nope, zero. They threw 7 balls to Ben Vereen and 1 to Hunnig.
Okay. So Burton's kid did play. Michael did play. One of the receivers I was looking for as well, because he had been big early on. Yeah. So he didn't play. So that's kind of scary. Maybe he could be looking to transfer.
Who's that?
It was that Ty Chicarino. He was the guy that came in from out west. He played early on. Didn't do a whole lot, but he played. The guy that is kind of dynamic. Yeah, it was Ty. His number, I think he's number 80. I can't pronounce his last name. The guy that I think could add something, a different dimension, is in also dynamic, is that Terrence Smith. I've seen him out of the backfield. I've seen him as a receiver. He is a very good athlete.
What's his position?
I believe he's considered a receiver, but I've seen him carry the ball.
He didn't even get the ball in this game.
No, but I saw him out on the field. He was wide open a couple times and he was missed. But I've seen him in other games that I think that he could add a dimension.
Isn't he a kick returner?
He's done that. He's got a lot of versatility, and I think that he can fit in the mix. But the depth that they showed, it was great to see. Chris Parker came in with a lot of bells and whistles because he transferred from Central Michigan. He was expected to contribute more, and I don't think he has a lot. So it was good to see him get involved this game. Murphy, what? Christie's fired. And
better played.
No, I know he's right, because I thought the same thing. Penn State only beat this team 31. Was it 31-10 or 31-7? It was a closer game.
No, I think it was 31-0.
It was 31-0. Yeah,
it wasn't a close game at all.
Yeah, and Christie said
FIU is not a good team.
Yeah, no, he was saying that.
Where do we go from here on this game? Like, what does this mean?
I think it's huge. I think it's huge because we go into the bye week with a 3-game winning streak, something
Healthy.
to build on. I think we've improved every week, besides Buffalo, but I think there was a big improvement from Buffalo to here, but also lesser competition.
Well, yeah.
But
How much of it is? Let me ask you this: how much of it is improvement, and how much of it is the other team stinks?
The only thing I compare it with is maybe Delaware beat them 38-16. Beat FIU. We lost to Delaware. Maybe there's improvement from that standpoint. They hung around with Delaware a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, their other wins were Bethune-Cookman. Aren't they Division II? And
no, they're HBC.
The FCS HBCU.
Yeah.
And then Florida Atlantic, who I believe is
they're not setting the world on fire.
No, they're 2-3.
Florida Atlantic beat Rice.
Oh, that's good.
And they beat Florida FAMU. They beat.
That's HBC.
Murdered by. They played one team that's ranked, Memphis. They lost 55-26. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to know. Like,
yeah, I mean, Chris D is right.
BC coming up.
Chris D is right. You can't keep having close calls versus ACC teams. We have a bye week, and BC will be coming off Clemson. We should beat them. He's right. I mean, they are going to be coming off Clemson. They are down. Joe, I mean, if we go to
murdered
BC,
by Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I saw. If we go to BC and come away with a win, that has to mean something. That's got, even BC being down for us.
Yeah, well, we said,
coming back from where we are.
We've preached since day one that the 3 games we wanted to see him show up in was Syracuse, BC, and Duke. Syracuse, they showed up to the last 5 minutes. BC, now look, BC on the road. I don't care how bad BC is. They're probably going to be 1-5 coming into Uconn. Coming into the Uconn game, but they're going to look at Uconn as a get-right game.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like
let's not.
We looked at FIU.
Let's not kid ourselves. And Duke's good. Duke's 4-2 and 3-0 in the league. They beat North Carolina State, Syracuse, and California. So Duke's going to be a handful. But there's nothing that says they can't go 9-3. You got to figure there's going to be one hiccup along the way. Maybe Duke. Maybe Air Force, even though they're not playing great because their style is so different, running the ball all the time. But look, this week was a chance to give a lot of kids a chance to play, to put up some yards and points in front of the home fans, and to have a good feeling going into the bye week. And other than that, I don't think you can take anything from individual performances from this game.
I don't either.
Vignano played really well,
but he should.
He was doing it against the zero defense, right? Got no rush on him. He had all day to throw. Bell probably could have caught 50 balls if they had targeted him 50 times. So, I
mean, Boston College, if we play well, should be a win. They are not good.
Totally
if we play like we're capable of playing,
they are not good. They
totally agree.
And then we still have Air Force,
UAB, Rice, UAB, Duke, Air Force, and FAU.
Rice is horrible.
No, Rice
Duke
is 3-3.
decent.
Rice we
is 3-3.
battled against.
They're not horrible.
Yeah.
They lost to FAU. They're horrible.
Well, that game's down there, right? Isn't that game down there?
FAU lost to FIU.
Oh, so that's what you're basing it.
That's what I'm using as my basis. That's what I'm using as.
I think like
Duke lost. Duke lost to Duke beat Cal.
Well,
They beat
they
NC State and they beat Syracuse.
they
And
dominated
beat
Syracuse
So Duke is
because they
good.
didn't have a
Duke is good.
quarterback. Yeah. No, I think
Duke is good.
Duke will be good. But I think
Duke will be a
Joe
tough
said
game.
it. Joe said that the other teams are going to look on their schedule and see us and think the same thing we're thinking. They're like, oh, we're playing UConn. It's a chance for us to come out and show what we can do and get back on track. So I don't think anyone is going to hand us anything. I think they're going to come out and look at an opportunity to get a win on the road. They're not going to fear us. I think that they're going to look at it, especially BC. Oh, it's a chance to get our second win. It's UConn, like he said.
UAB's horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, they got beat pretty well by Army.
Yeah,
They got
UAB
beat by Army and Navy. Tennessee
Air Force got
obviously
beat
was
by
good.
Navy. Florida Atlantic, we shouldn't have a problem with.
Air Force will be tougher just because of the option.
Well, I mean, I watched the. I mean, I watched Air Force Navy, and they. I don't know what happened.
The Air Force is not, even though they've lost, they're not.
They
doing
dropped
that well
off.
either.
Yeah, they've dropped
they're
off.
in every game. They just give up 1 million points. They're in every game. They give up 1 million points though.
Because I don't believe the service.
Defense.
I don't believe the service academies are allowed to take transfers. So that could be obviously an issue. They're not obviously taking some of the transfers.
The Air Force game will be a battle because they can run. They run a triple option. They can run the ball. The quarterback can run. That'll make it tough for us because we struggle with that a little bit. But
we do struggle with this
overall. Overall, they're not very good.
But I said it before.
On our schedule, what is the only team that really looks like they're?
It would be Duke. It's Duke. Yeah, I mean, Air Force. They beat Bucknell, and they lost to Utah State, who isn't great, and they've lost to Boise State, Hawaii, and Navy. And you're right. I mean, they score points. They just give up a lot. So it's a matter of hopefully it doesn't turn into a shootout type of deal. That's what I would be concerned with. But yeah, their quarterback is okay. He's not great.
He's a very good runner.
Yeah, I just wanted to check out BC and see what they had going on there. But Joe,
their only really good player is Rob Chudzinski's son. I don't know if you remember him from Miami. Played for Miami. His son,
of course,
is like a tight end receiver guy. Really good. That's about it.
Joe, my concern was I mean, I know you said, this is kind of who we are. I felt like against Buffalo, especially, we played down to the level of our competition. And I thought that hurt us. I think just playing our game and not playing up or down to the team we're against, because I think sometimes that does happen. That makes the difference. And I don't think that we'll do that. I'm assuming we've learned our lesson from that. But I mean, BC losing to Stanford is not very good. They had a barn burner
out on the West Coast.
Yes, it was.
The ACC travel
is awful.
So stupid now.
It is.
It's abysmal. It's absolutely abysmal.
Look, BC's 1-4. It doesn't matter where they lost. They've lost 4 of their 5 games, and their only win came against Fordham. So, and you don't know how banged up they're going to get against Clemson.
Exactly.
Because Clemson is licking their chops at them coming in. So, I mean, who knows? I mean, the bottom line is, other than Duke, I think UConn should be favored in every game. Every game. They won't be against BC, but that'll be fool's gold.
Let me ask you this, just because off topic, because I've wondered, what are your thoughts on North Carolina and Belichick and them getting smoked by Clemson and Lombardi sending out a letter to the donor saying we're rebuilding. Do you think that he eventually will have success there if he stays 3 years or so?
Because I don't
Or
think
do you
he's going
think
to
he'll?
stay that. I don't think
I
he's
don't
going
think
to
so
stay
either.
that long. I
Do you,
don't.
do you think he'll look?
It's been miserable. He's not.
He
He's
does
not
look
growing the brand. That's for damn sure.
He does look miserable. Do you think that like
Hey, listen, he's got a 25-year-old girlfriend. He doesn't care anymore.
Exactly.
do you think that he would interview for an NFL job if he had the opportunity to?
In
Do
a
you think he'd
heartbeat,
go-
but nobody's going to hire
Okay.
him.
Nobody will take him.
No, because he wants to go in and be king, queen, and the president. And no NFL team is going to bring him in to do that.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
No, even though he claimed he didn't, but yeah, you're right.
And he's
There's
not a
no way.
kid. We keep forgetting he's not a kid.
No,
He
he's
may date a
75
kid.
years old.
He might date a kid, but he's not a kid.
He's not. No. He's not. He's not. No. I agree with that. I was looking at BC. Yeah, the
Oh,
travel.
and I got something for you here.
Oh,
Just
boy.
because I have to
Love
refute
it.
something you say every week.
Yes.
So you said Taekwon King hasn't done much, right?
I said he didn't do much this game.
Oh,
but
okay.
I did say that overall I did not think that he's played up to what we expected. I know that
Well, he's only got one less solo tackle than Brian.
than
Brian
Brian.
Parham.
I know.
Okay?
I know that. I saw
it's
that.
It's hard to say he's not playing that well.
No, I agree. He in the run game, we give up a lot of yards rushing per game. And, we had a guy like Jaden McDonald last year who got downhill and made plays. And I just feel like Parham and King could be a little bit better in that area, stopping the run. Parham's a great pass rusher. Parham, I think, leads the team in sacks. King, it's good that he is close to leading the team in tackles. It's just, I go back to what you were saying about stopping the run and the run defense. And that starts up front, but that starts with the linebackers making plays. If they're doing their job up front.
They're giving up 155 yards a game on the ground.
I know. That's my concern.
Well,
that's
but
my
we're
concern.
getting 198. If you're out rushing the opposition by that much, I mean, it's hard to.
Yes.
It's hard to, I mean, here's the bottom line. We do an
I'm not.
hour twice a week, so we've got to look for every little nuance and pick here and pick here and pick there. They're 4-2.
No, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled they're 4-2.
They're 4-2. So, I mean,
I
they
agree.
could be better in areas, but every team says that. Miami's saying that, and they're number one.
I agree. And I tell everyone what you say. What you said.
Well, I'm not sure that's the best thing, but
no. What you said, because I say, we're a couple plays away from being 6-0, and you're also like, we're a couple plays from, being 3-3 or 2-4. You're right there, just living on the edge for those few weeks. So that's what I say. That I just hope that it's over to the point where we play to where we're capable of playing. And it's really good to see Joe with 1,500 yards passing, 11 touchdowns. He had 20 touchdowns last year, and he had 1,800 yards passing. So I'm hoping that he continues on that road, and he's one of the only starting quarterbacks in the country that has not thrown an interception, which I think is big. He to me seems night and day from last year. And last year he played well, but I see him with great leadership qualities. I see him as a great decision maker. He does, like Dave said, you call him a gunslinger. He does force throws, I don't think obviously he doesn't put touch on throws, but I think he's playing with a lot more confidence, and I think he has more weapons around him, and I think that's why. Do you agree with that, Dave?
I think Joe is good. I mean,
I do too.
I think Joe is good. I think he's flat out good. I think he's a really good pro style quarterback. There's times when he overthrows, he fires it in where a guy's fairly close to him because that's just style. Or if he gets a little pressure, he just whips it in there and the guy's 5 feet from him. But as far as the beauty of that is, when a guy throws like that and he's accurate, which Joe is the overwhelming majority of the time,
except on the run, but yeah,
he's very difficult for defensive backs to cover the receivers because he throws it accurately, he throws it hard,
in there, yes,
and he can get it in there, and there's an asset to that. I mean, that's a guy who can just fire it in there accurately. Can definitely help you, especially when you have to move the ball late and stuff like that. I think Joe's really good on all of that stuff. I think Joe can throw on the run too. I disagree with you on that. I think Joe can make just about any throw now that you need him to make. I think Joe will be probably a free agent contract guy in the NFL.
I was wondering about that too.
I definitely think he'll get into camp. There's no doubt.
Not at the age of 26, Shu. He's not getting to camp.
Why not?
Is he 20? Is he 20? He's 26.
He's still going to get into camp. He's not going to get drafted, but he's still going to get into a camp.
Oh, I disagree. I don't think he is.
You need a guy that can throw the ball hard.
Yeah, but Shu, I
the guy from Monmouth is going to get into a camp. He's going to get into a camp.
Who's that?
The guy Robertson from Monmouth is going to get into a camp. He's throwing for like 400 yards a game at FCS. He's going to get into a camp. So is Vigano. Now,
I disagree. He might go to Canada and play. He ain't playing in the U.S. He ain't getting into a U.S. camp.
Oh, I'll put a wager on that one. I think he's going to get in. I think he's got Morez as a coach who's an ex-NFL coach, and I think he's going to get in somewhere. I don't. He may get cut if he, but he's going to get in somewhere.
So, Joe, what is the story with Vigano? I know he was at Maine. He came to Uconn, and in 2023, he was the starter. And then was it an injury that cost him the season? And then they brought Evers in 2024.
Yeah, he got hurt. He hurt his shoulder.
Okay, so he got hurt. Okay. So, I mean, realistically, he was the starter. They just tried to go out and get somebody better. I mean, Evers was a 4-star recruit out of high school, but he had already transferred twice. And he was there with Mora too. Were you? I mean, I don't know
the Mora.
Vigano.
Well, yeah, of course he was there with Mora.
Were you surprised that they didn't, necessarily give him a chance in 2024 to be the starter and just kind of handed the keys over to Evers?
I have no idea what their way of thinking is, Steve. I can't get into that deep.
No, I was just surprised. I was just surprised by that because he was the starter. He transferred there. It was just kind of surprising that they moved on from him. Maybe it was because they were able to get a 4-star kid from Wisconsin.
Well, how'd that work out?
Oh, it was an unmitigated disaster that we're all paying for. Yes, absolutely. No, I agree with that. I did want to ask you, do you believe, I watched the game. Do you think that, maybe Florida State has come down to earth somewhat and Miami is legit and could be, the best team in the country for sure?
Oh, yeah. Miami's really good. I mean,
Yeah.
for them to go in there and win,
Whoa.
that's pretty good. So
They looked unbelievable.
I want to go back. I might have aged Vignano a little bit. Nobody's got his birthday.
No, they didn't
Apparently-
put his birthday up there. No,
Apparently
I
he's-
saw that too. They were smart to do that.
Well, I don't know if they have anybody's birthday on
Oh.
the roster. I don't think that's part of the.
I thought he was 24.
Yeah, 24 seems more accurate. So
Yeah.
hey, look, maybe I'm not. I just think that's a little old. But Shu's got a point. And look, even if he's not gonna play, if he's not gonna make the team, he'll get reps. He'll be a practice. He'll be a
I could
quarterback.
see that.
He'll be just in let's hold on. Just in training camp. He's not
Yeah.
making a team in September.
I think it'd be very difficult to make the team. I agree with that.
I think it would be impossible for a kid, that 25-year-old quarterback. And look, let's also be honest here. He's playing at Uconn. He's not playing at Florida or Miami or Arkansas or Cal or someplace like that. Okay?
That's
At
very
that
true.
age, all I'm saying is at that age, it's going to be a lot harder for him to get a real shot in the NFL. But look, he could go to Canada in that 12-player system, and the way he throws the ball, and make a boatload of money.
Yeah, with the bigger field and everything. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely he could. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I really think the wide receiver
He's been in
left
school
already.
He's been in school for 7 years.
8, I think.
No, this is
No, it could only be 7. If it was 8, he wouldn't be eligible.
Well, I thought he started at the University of Rhode Island.
21,
No.
22, 20.
He did
He's
not.
24. He's
Okay.
In
20.
fact, he wasn't even recruited by Maine. He was a walk-on.
He was a walk-on at Maine?
At Maine. Yep.
And he earned a scholarship?
He played right away.
Yep. He had a good training camp, played right away.
Joe, you have a question.
Interesting.
How do you like the
From
new
From who? Who's asking me questions?
one of our viewers, Chris
Which
D.
viewer?
His name's Chris D. We don't know much more than that.
All right.
He wants to know
we
how
know
do you
that
like,
he went to UConn. That's all we know.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't know he's like Batman. We don't know his identity. How do you like the new hockey arena, the volleyball center, the new baseball, softball, and soccer stadiums? Wow, they've done all that. Everything's new.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, wow. Are they all nice? I mean,
They're
is
all
everything
great.
Wow.
They're all great. From my standpoint, for the outdoor places, I wish they put in windows that you could open in the broadcast booth. But other than that, no, they're beautiful. The hockey arena, 2,600. Maybe they could have built it a little bit bigger, but the volleyball center is amazing. They turned the old Freitas Ice Forum into the volleyball center, and it's a real home court advantage. They beat St. John's on Saturday to go 8-0 at home this year. The softball facility is great. The big thing is the RZA Performance Center for baseball and softball. The batting cages, the pitching mounds.
Wow.
It's a first class. You go to that corner of the campus, and the whole campus has taken on a life of its own. But
Correct.
You go to that corner of the campus where there's Elliott Ballpark, where there's Burrell Family Field for softball, where there's the UVC, the Uconn Volleyball Center, and Maroney Stadium and the RZA Performance Center. As good as any place. As good as any place.
That's amazing. That's amazing that they've done all that construction. And
by the way, well, it was done 5 years ago. This isn't new.
No, I know. I didn't.
Beautiful. I'd love to go to a game.
Well, beautiful. You are going to a game. You're going November 1st.
Oh, well, what's November 1st?
It's Coach Baylock's big tailgate party. We have to go.
Yeah, but that's Rensselaer Field. It's been around for 20 years.
No, I'm talking about hockey. Were we talking hockey?
Oh, you want to go to a hockey game? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Joe's getting me tickets, man. Joe's getting me tickets.
I'll go to a hockey
game. Joe Villapiano?
I'll go to a hockey game with you.
I love football. But let
me just explain this. if you two guys come to a hockey game, I have armed guards around where Randy and I broadcast from. You won't be allowed within 15 feet of where I am. Okay, let's just get that straight.
I want to be a special guest analyst for the hockey.
Yeah,
You need
I'm
an
sure.
you
I'm
need an
sure.
analyst coaching 10-year-old. 10-year-old.
No,
Let me tell you
Dave,
that. You need an
gotta-
analyst.
you got to come November 1st.
What's November 1st?
It's the Andy Baylock's tailgate to honor him.
Oh,
All your buddies are coming back for it.
okay.
Kozlowski and Belcourt and all those guys are coming, and my friends are coming.
November 1st. Who are we
Yeah,
playing?
but we have to donate UAB, but we have to pay for it.
What do you mean? Is it in a tailgate? Yeah. What do you mean you have to pay?
Yeah, but we have to donate money to pay. We have to donate to the C Club to
Pay for
cover
what?
the cost to pay for the tailgate.
How much do
Oh,
you have
it's
to
gonna
pay?
be like a covered tailgate. You mean?
Yes, it's $2,500. So they're asking for donations to cover the cost of the tailgate. You didn't get the email. I got the email.
I don't get any emails.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, just you can Venmo them and they'll take you. So it's funny. But yeah, no, I would
when I come.
no.
This
you
isn't,
cannot.
this isn't new. They've done this 2 other
Yeah.
times.
Oh, they have for Baylor?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I didn't know that. I'm absolutely gonna come out for it. But I think that this is such a momentum swing for us. Getting the game-winning field goal against Buffalo after playing like doo-doo, and then coming out and doing what we were supposed to do against FIU. We got a bye week. We can get healthy. Mel Brown hopefully comes back, and we go to BC, and we have an excellent opportunity to get a win against the Power 4 school, which I think, even though they're awful, I think a win against a P4 school is something that we need and can propel us somewhere at least. I think it'll look good for us to have that on our resume because I don't think we had one last year other than North Carolina. Dave.
Yeah, I think it would be great for us. I mean, come on.
Yeah, right. I mean, even though they're 1-4, I still think 1-5. I still think that it's a huge win for us.
It's part of the process. Maybe they can replace BC with us in the ACC.
Joe, what do you think? I mean, honestly, because we talked about how we played against Buffalo, and we are who we are, and we may not have been as good as I thought we were. And
Holly, how come you're not on this list?
what list?
I'm looking on a list of people who have already affirmed that they're attending this tailgate thing, and you're not listed.
Oh, I just talked to Kevin today.
There's
So
498 players on here, and you're not among them.
okay, I'll let Kevin know. I told Kevin I was coming.
498 players you're going?
Yeah, it's a big deal. That's why we're gonna do the filming there. We're gonna film
November 1st against UAB.
Yeah. No, I mean I'll email Kevin and let him know I'm coming. But
there's 498 players on the list. There's about 10 who have already said they're going to the tailgate.
I know you did, Chris D. I know you played with Kevin Freeman, or you went to high school with Kevin Freeman.
Wait. So there's 498 on the list, and 10 are said what?
No, there's more. There's more than that. There's more than that.
Yeah.
Where is that list?
I'll tell you when we go off the air.
It's probably on the website or whatever. But no, I know it's a big deal.
I'll tell you when we go off the air.
Okay.
It's a big event, and Freeman had emailed everyone, and they're trying. I'm sure they got enough money for it. I don't know if you have to pay up front to go for it, but it's for Baylock. It's alumni stretching all the way back to the 50s. It's gonna be fun.
It looks pretty good.
Well, yeah, that they're putting on a big spread for it. Kevin said they're trying to make it all out. There's going to be it's sponsored, I believe, by 42nd Bruco, Darby's Place. So it would be fantastic. And that's what I want you to go to, Dave, because that's what we're going to finish up filming at.
Okay. That's
I
the
wanna
last email I have from them is from the C Club is I'm looking for it. I don't see it, but I don't know.
Yeah, so
Andy Bela.
yeah, so I'm gonna let Kevin know. I just want to make sure what the cost is. And
It's a donation.
Well, yeah, it's a donation that pays for the event.
Right, but if there's but you don't have to donate $2,500.
No. They need it's $2,500 for the actual cost of the tailgate. They were hoping to raise that. I know, he said.
So if 25 guys donate $100, then they pay profit.
I think it's more than covered. I was just he texted me today about it, so that's why I was checking. But Dave,
third annual Bleed Blue with Andy Uconn football alumni tailgate. Saturday, November 1st, UAB 12 noon. Tailgate begins at 9.
Oh, it's that early. Fuck. Okay.
Oh, the game's a 12 noon game. That's great.
Okay. So Dave, can you come? Would you come up Friday night?
You can stay at Steve's place.
Yeah. A lot of guys are going up Friday night.
I won't know until I know what
the playoffs, right?
Where we are there. So,
all right,
well, Sunday, which is I'll be able to go if we play on Sunday. That won't be a problem, you know.
All right. Well, we got a good win. Everyone's happy.
Yeah,
team we should have beat.
We're always happy.
Some good numbers, and I think we have some good momentum going into Boston College. Any final thoughts, Joe, on this game?
Yes, I don't think we should do this on Friday because there's nothing to talk about. No, seriously, without a game on Saturday.
No, you're right. I understand. I
think we can begin our deep dive on Boston College next Monday.
I can agree with you there.
I think mentally we can all use a break.
Dave, your final thoughts?
I think a win is a great win. I mean, if everyone's
any win's a great win.
Chris D wants to talk Uconn hockey. I said, yeah, we'll get right on that.
Why?
No, I would. I don't know it. We did baseball for a while, and baseball was fun.
Last year we did baseball, it was a hit.
The viewership was huge. Yeah, it was crazy.
What does Christy want to know? I'll take one more Christy question.
All right, Chris D, you can give a hockey question for Joe.
Tell me to make it quick. I'm not here all day. It's a beach day. It's 80 degrees down here.
Yeah, it is.
I'm wasting beach time talking to you two slappies.
If he responds, I'll let you know. Sometimes he doesn't respond right away, but I think. Will the hockey team make the Frozen Four this year?
It's going to be hard. Playing out of Hockey East, it'll be hard, but they have a chance.
There you go.
They almost got there last year, but that was last year, not this year. So
the legendary Joe D answered your question.
Yeah, they were good last year. Really good.
Well, again, great win. I think it's good because we didn't play down to the level of competition. We played our ball. We have momentum going into the bye week. BC plays Clemson, and we can come off this week and blow them out of the water. So let's do it. This is the momentum we need. You cannot stop momentum once it goes. So for the icon, legendary voice of the Huskies, the best of the best, Joe D, and Coach Schumann, he's finding new ways to succeed every single week. I'm Steve Cully, the best podcast host in the universe. Remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges and throw them back in.